PlayStation is getting the definitive console exclusive that was on Xbox. It is the definitive console version on PlayStation. Okay? Even if Helix comes out and has more features to it, Helix is technically a PC. Xbox fanboys do.
Hold on, what? I thought it was a game console according to your logic. It plays the Xbox console library of games. What are you saying? Hold on, let me hear that again. Hold on, what?
On PlayStation. Okay? Even if Helix comes out and has more features to it, Helix is technically a PC.
Oh, here we go again with this, man. But I thought according to you guys that if it plays the old existing Xbox catalog of games, then it is most definitely a console. Isn't that the argument that you guys use with the ROG Ally X saying, well, it's not an Xbox portable because it doesn't play the Xbox catalog of games. It only plays the ones that are on Steam and PC. But yet Microsoft has confirmed that the new Xbox Project Helix will play the existing console library of your games. Now you have to ask yourself, why are you lying about this, man? Like, I get it. You flaming these Xbox dudes for thinking that Starfield was going to be an exclusive with no red lines and how Aaron Greenberg can lie to you. I'm trying to warn you, man. I'm going to get a PlayStation. Then you went as far to say that the PS5 Pro will be the definitive way to play these games. Actually, that's not the case all the time. Matter of fact, you guys was complaining about a game that came out on Xbox that barely, I don't even think it even got a pro enhancement. I think it was even worse than the base version. So you still can't even use that argument. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really think it matters that much. But of course, you know, PlayStation fanboys got to take it as a W.
Xbox fanboys do not want you to say it's a PC. It's both. They compromise that
it's a hybrid. So if you're classifying it as both, then you're also saying that it's a hybrid. Because if it plays the Xbox console, in parentheses, console library of games, then the Project Helix is most definitely can be classified as a gaming console. That is the logic that you pony said.
It's both a console and a PC. It's still more so a PC, and until we have more information, we don't know. But it's going to have PC-like features. It's essentially a PC. When there's more PC features...
So we're upset at the fact that it's a hybrid. We're upset at the fact that it's going to probably be one of the best consoles that we've seen in years. With the freedom of PC, we're also having access to your existing Xbox library, which has been confirmed from original Xbox all the way to the Xbox Series. It says it can play your console library. That's what people was concerned about in hearing about the new Xbox project. Sarah Bond and several others that are working on that platform have said that it can most definitely play your Xbox, keyword, console library. You guys said that the reason why the ROG Ally X is just a PC with an Xbox skin is because it did not play the Xbox library. Which to some people could say, well, that's a good excuse for an argument. But you cannot use that same excuse for the Project Helix. GameStop with another W.
See playability to it and build to it. An open platform to it.
Okay.
It's a PC.
Oh, it's a PC now. Well, you know what? The PS5 is a PC as well. I remember when PC Gamers was put in physical media and there weren't no game on the disc. I guess it's a PC. How about installing them games? That ain't nothing like no console that I used to have back in the days of the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and N64. We used to just put the game in and play it. Installation sounds like PC gaming, right? When you got to install games, like how you install apps and applications on your computer. I guess the PlayStation 5 is a PC. It doesn't play the game in its complete entirety. I have to install the data from the disc. That's even if there is even data on the disc to begin with to play the PlayStation 5 game. I guess that's a PC.
But yes, Claude, I do feel for you there to a point, kind of. At this point, I'm starting to feel less and less empathy for folks that are still sticking around the Xbox brand. Again, you could do it.
I'm still buying it. Because like I said, that access to Steam, and I just think it doesn't matter. Microsoft is going to open more floodgates of games coming to their platform. And now I think what they're doing is like, okay, we're going to open up our platform, which is only going to give our platform to our audience more games for these people to indulge in, while also just losing exclusivity in the end. This might be the end for Sony, because people don't value your games. Now, if people did, then Sony could still find a way to be very much a part of this. But the fact is, I mean, I think Sony is trying to do this with the live services subscription games. They just want, another hit like how they had with Helldivers 2. But I just don't think Sony's going to get it, because I don't think Sony could really rely on single-player games, especially with these high budgets. It's either that or Sony's going to go back to double A's, because they can't put the type of AAA money that Microsoft's doing. So Microsoft is essentially backing Sony into a corner. Microsoft, as a console manufacturer, will be the only console that can really produce AAAs at a reasonable time, while PlayStation can't. Oh, but we got exclusive. Doesn't matter, because people ain't going to be waiting 5, 6, 7, possibly 10 years for one video game, bro. And yeah, Xbox will put their games elsewhere, but that's only going to make them comfortably pump out more games for their own audience, while also offering it through Game Pass Ultimate, while also giving their community more features than they've ever had before. And you guys are acting like this is a negative because they're putting games on PlayStation? Like I said, Xbox has no exclusives. You're right. But you know what is? Because you want to use console exclusives as an argument. I mean, me personally, if a game's on another platform, even if it's PC, it's not an exclusive. That's just me. But according to the PlayStation fanboy logic, then you're missing out on 100,000 exclusives that come to Steam that you PlayStation gamers ain't going to have access. So yes, Xbox continue to put more games on PS5 as long as we get access to all those games that are available on Steam, as good old games, and as well as all these launchers that we can all access through our platform. Hey, take it. To me, that's a W. You could take your little lousy PlayStation. If Sony wants to pull out because they're afraid that it's going to make the Xbox PC more appealing, by all means do that, because nobody cares about your games anyway. I have a PlayStation 5 and I don't even care about your games. So, by any means, do that, because I'll take 10,000 extra games on Steam and you can keep your lousy PlayStation 1 exclusives.
Want, but don't whine, cry, victimize yourself about the outcome. Okay?
Hey,
we know how this is going to go.
Don't do it to me.
Unless they do a 180.
Please.
We'll have to wait and see, right? And Xbox fanboys love to wait and see. Just wait till mantra.
You don't like
As we continue here, remember Curator? Yes, we've been showing him a little bit here and there. But I gotta love him. He used to be Moat, all that sort of.
Funny thing is, let it be Xbox fanboys, Nintendo fanboys, y'all gonna get your humble pie too. And you should have already eaten it, because Switch 2 hardware sales have plummeted. Ain't nobody hyped up for that system. Y'all still stuck at 17 mil. Ain't nobody. That just shows you that all the Nintendo fanboys early on bought the system thinking it was going to have the same success as the Switch 1, which it does as of right now currently. But the hype has already died down. And that's crazy, because you could see, like, it went so fast. It's like a crowd of people that lined up for the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and now that the Popeyes chicken sandwich is available now, and people can get one, nobody wants it. You'd be like, GameStar, that is a good analogy. It's like everybody was lining up for this Popeye chicken sandwich when it was the best sandwich in the world, and now that everybody can get one, nobody's lined up for it. You see how this works? That's Nintendo. I think the Nintendo fanboys, they went in droves, bought it like crazy. The Switch 1 was really good at its launch, so they figured, and it's backwards compatible, so they looked at it as a win-win situation. But in regards to getting the adoptees of the Switch 1 audience, Nintendo's having a hard time. Oh, but it's sold 17 mil! Y'all still saying that? It's been like that for a few months already. Yeah, it sold really quickly, real fast, but what's going on? Why are the sales why aren't they going higher? PlayStation 5s are going up, because we already know they're buying it for third party. But if you notice, though, y'all like get games, so that's a good point. Because if you notice the Switch 2 sales for the hardware, we're not hearing about it. The games are selling pretty bad. Poketopia. Oh, Poketopia is pushing hardware. No, it's not. It's just people that already own the system. That's why it's still stuck at 17 million. If Poketopia was pushing hardware sales, then that means the hardware sales would have gone up, and not just, you know what? Y'all like GameStar, you too good with this, man. Y'all saying, oh, Poketopia is pushing Switch 2 hardware. Then why is it still stuck at 17 mil? Wouldn't that mean it'd be at 19? Oh! Exactly. The only people buying Poketopia is the people that already own a Switch, you big dummy. You people don't know nothing about gaming, man. You're like, yo, GameStar, that's a good argument. That is true. That Poketopia is not pushing no hardware sales. It's not. All it's doing is pushing the game to the people that already bought the Switch 2, and y'all buying into these game key cards. Expect more game key cards in a way if you keep continuing to support this from Nintendo. Nintendo Switch should be ashamed of themselves. They should. You guys have more game key cards than anybody.
Good stuff, right?
Unbelievable, man. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. You guys just don't want to see where the market is shifting. And like I told you guys, exclusives don't matter. They just don't. Now, I think they matter a little bit more with Nintendo, but let's not act like they're not buying Switch 2s like that. Third party have accounted and said that the Switch 2 sales were so bad for their games that it was the lowest of the lowest expectations. They didn't even, you know what? To throw things in perspective, third party didn't even say that with the Wii U. Oh! The Wii U was a flop. And third party, you know what? They don't want to hear it, yo. The Nintendo fans, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. But you know what's funny? They never said that even during the Wii U. Oh, my goodness. Y'all like Gabe, so you hitting on or something. They can't hear it, man. They don't want to hear it. They feeling it right in their chest, man. Their chest is caving in. They can't believe it. They said the lowest of the lowest expectations. Do you understand how sad that is, considering that the Wii U was a complete and utter flop? And they didn't even say that? Oh my goodness, man. Like I said, the Switch 2 sold good. Nobody's refuting that. But we'll see how long that lasts. It's like soda. It's good when you first drink it, but as time goes on, it gets flat. That's what it is. That's what the Switch 2 is. It's carbonated soda that goes flat. That's what your Switch 2 is. Carbonated soda. Oh yeah, you gotta drink it while it's still cold, guys. And then when you try to go back after 2 or 3 hours later, oh, this don't taste right. It's flat. You really thought you bought some aged wine, but nope. You bought some carbonated soda instead. Poketopia, game keys is what y'all supporting on Switch 2, man. Yo, listen, this whole gaming industry is a joke, man. That's why I laugh about it, man. You know, and in the day that I stop losing fun with gaming, at least I got other people that I can laugh at. Like I said, take care, guys. Peace out.